Welcome to Enshrouded. Today we are taking this guardhouse that I decided to throw into my village and turning it from an empty shell into something that feels lived in and used. So thanks for coming along with me on this journey today. I did this a little bit differently because a lot of times when I'm building, I tend to decorate as I go a lot more, and I kind of have more of a plan for what each room and area is going to be. But this time I just kind of threw the building together first, which I think is how a lot of people build. But then when I was thinking about decorating it, I was like, this is why people tell me they find decorating so hard, because then I had to go through this other thought process then of what are all these rooms going to be, because I just built the building without thinking that through first. But I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. I wanted to have one of these arched walkways, walkthroughs in the village somewhere. And I wanted to have a tall tower, so I got that done. And I put a tall roof on it as well, so it's the tallest building in town now. And I wanted to integrate this little building over here. This was here originally, this little shack. It was a shack. And I was debating what to do with this back and forth, but I wanted to keep this because it has these unique windows in it that we can't build. And so I kind of built the whole thing, designed it coming off of this little thing so that I could keep those windows. So it's going to be kind of like the guard tower for the town, and Gabrielle is going to live here. She's my guard for the town since she's in armor and everything. So when you walk in from, this is like the main town square, right? Main Street is on the other end over there. When you walk in here, this first little room, I think it's going to be kind of like a check-in area. Because I also, in my tunnel, I left a space in between so I could have a door going through. So a lot of times when you build these out of the coffins, you know, you can't put a door or windows in them or anything. So that's why I left the gap in the middle. So you can come in here, like if they're checking in for something, I don't know, getting a permit to set up a stall. And then on the second floor, I was debating what to do with this space. I just threw her bed in here. But I think I'm going to make this kind of like an office space. And there's like a holding cage here in case somebody gets drunk and in trouble in town or something. And then up here is the walk-through. I just threw one window in here, but we need to make this fancier. I think I'm going to probably do this like a hall with armor or shields or something. Maybe something archery related, since I kind of have an archery nest at the top. And I'm going to put a downstairs here too. That's going to go down. I'm going to create like an underneath that's kind of like jail cells under. And then I put these stairs coming up because this is going to go up to this area up here. And I don't have a huge amount of room left before the end of my base here, but I'm going to build into the side of the mountain here. So it'll be kind of another height tier level of things built on the village, because we don't want everything to be all on one level, right? That's boring. We need to go, whoops, up and down. Speaking of up and down, I fell. Oh, and then I added this little walkway on the side. Kind of balances it out some. This arched walkway going through and stairs coming up over here. And I think I'm going to build a little house here where Gabriella lives. Since I'm going to use that one room as her office instead of an apartment for her, I think I'm going to give her a little tiny house over here. Which will be a nice little spot. Overlooks the little pond and waterfall down there. But when we're in the tower, if you go up, I've been building a lot over my holiday break. In case you can't tell, this is not the only thing I've built. I've built a lot. I've been a little bit obsessed with just chilling and building over my holiday break. Ask my family, they will affirm this. So this is kind of the level of the tower where it's like the watchtower part to look out. You can see over the main road coming in over there. And over onto the main town square. And I think this would be like a good archery type defense tower in case anything crazy ever came out of the shroud or any of those bandits tried to walk into the village. We'd have it under control. And then I made a spiral staircase going up. And up here, I was like, well, maybe this could be where Gabrielle lives. But I think I'm going to make this like a ready room, or what's the word I'm thinking of? Like barracks for the archers, an archer's nest. Hubs was debating with me. I said a barracks, and he's like, why would you have barracks on top of a tower? I'm like, it's for archers. He's like, oh, that's an archer's nest. I'm like, okay, a barracks nest. Like, you know what I mean? Where the archers would stay and be able to get ready quickly in case they're needed. So that's the overall layout of it. Yes, I did fall many, many times creating this. But it's been fun. It's been fun. And a lot of the builds that I've done for the town so far have been smaller. Well, I'm trying to keep them smaller. They're smaller for me. Seafood Tavern turned out pretty big, I think. But yeah. So that's the overall layout of the guard tower. So I'm going to start doing stuff. Of course, I still have more landscaping and stuff to do as well. I started doing this earlier, but I stopped over here, because I wanted to show you guys. I've been playing around with terrain materials and landscaping a lot more too. So I hadn't really gotten into that until recently. And I'm finding I really enjoy it. I'm finding lots of different things to do. So, like, over here, I just had stone going underneath here, like this. But, on this side, I started putting in the Revelwood stone. And I really liked playing with this because it gives such depth and make things look much more interesting. Like underneath a tunnel, you know how in real life it kind of sometimes gets darker under there, almost like looking like it's wet. So if I take out the regular stone and I put in the Revelwood stone, it kind of gives it that look like it's damp. You know? It makes it much more interesting too than just having the same ground texture everywhere. And for working with like needing to keep things secure now in case we add water in for builds, You don't have to just use the regular stone. You can use any of the stones. So I like that a lot. It looks more interesting. And then I started playing just this morning, I think, with the rubble a little bit, which I haven't done a whole lot with before either. And I just started looking at this, but I think I'm gonna like it a lot. This is rubble wood rubble right here. Look, it has like fallen leaves on it and mossy grass. Look like it's been compacted in. So I just put that one section there, but I'm gonna play with it a lot. Oh, I did put some, I'll show you. Good use of how it can make a big difference. One of the things that I built over the holiday was a little farmer's house. There he is. He goes to his market in the mornings. So cute. And he goes over here at night and sits on the porch. So this is his little farmer's house that I made. There's like some logs over here on the side. This is the inside. He's a simple guy, so it's a simple house. He has his work gloves and boots and hat ready to go. But here on the back of his house, I did have this whole path coming up here just the same as the dirt road going through the farm. But I changed this path coming up to the house to be the Riverwood rubble. I took out one of the fields because I have too much farm. It's crazy. And I replaced this whole area with Riverwood dirt because I love the feel of it. And this was all Riverwood dirt, so it had like that clover everywhere and just like the dirt path. But then playing with the Riverwood rubble this morning, I was like, well, he walks over here a lot and uses all these things for the tools when he comes out back to go to work. This would be like worn down and underneath everything, right? So I replaced this with the rubble and I think it looks much better. It doesn't have like just the grass up around it and stuff. And I love the look of the like fallen leaves that have been like walked on into the ground. So I'm definitely going to be playing with that more. I think I'm going to be making some more paths playing with the different types of rubble and how that coordinates together with the different textures. Hey Sarah, welcome in. How are you, friend? I'm so excited you got Enshrouded now, didn't you? I've been wanting Sarah to get Enshrouded for a long time. So I'm super excited that you got it. I'm very excited to see what you're going to do with it. Have you gotten in game yet at all, Sarah? Are you waiting for the big debut? How do you like it? I should have you come visit my village and give me build ideas. I'm super excited to see what you're going to come up with. So many things to do. Oh, and speaking of ground, we're going to do some more of the landscaping. You know how there's so much shroud over here around this? Well, I decided, since it was taking up so much space that I couldn't build, I didn't like that. And so I've turned it into space I can use. So like here, it would go down into the shroud and they're driving me crazy because they would always open the gate and it creeped me out even though nothing ever comes up here. So I've closed it off completely. I've turned it into a cave like it was a tunnel and it's barred off. They can't open it and let anything through anymore at all. If I could put a skull and crossbones there, I would. And then yesterday and today, I completely covered the shroud. This was all complete shroud. Open, you couldn't get here, you couldn't do anything. I added ground. I added stone underneath, and then I added riverwood dirt. And there's some weird hitboxes coming up, so the ground acts a little weird building over the shroud. Some of them I had to do really higher, and so I'm like, that's fine. So I turned this one into a little pond and waterfall. This is just rough outline still, of course. I'm just kind of getting it ready to be able to build here. So I have all this more space now before I have to like extend, that I can build. It's like room for a whole other square, a whole other district in the town that was not here before, that was just Shroud. So I'm super excited about that. Yep, and it scared the crap out of me. You're funny. Were you playing by yourself or with somebody? Yeah. I mean, it can be kind of creepy at times, not gonna lie, in the Shroud. By myself, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you've watched it on stream, but actually being in the Shroud and having those creepy things come after you, it's an experience. It's an experience. You can, that's why I completely walled off this entrance to the Shroud. Like, they never come up here, but it just freaks me out. And over here on this other side, there's another road that goes down to the Shroud. And so I've put in a wall here, and I'm going to do like a whole giant defense thing here. I have the giant gate here already. I left a little bit of space on the other side, so I can, whoops, I can do details over there on the outside of my wall. But yeah, stay out there. I don't want them in my base. Not that they ever come into my base. They don't. It's perfectly safe here. But still. That's the way it is. I don't remember. Did I show y'all this little bridge that I built over here? I like my little bridge. Going over the creek. I've started taking down the Christmas decorations, but I still have some bows and bells around here and there. I got my fancy New Year's Eve dress on. My fancy sandal shoes and jewelry. Changed clothes from my holiday outfit. Hey Heaper Joe, I'm finally playing this again. I've managed to flood my house, village area, and farm fields. I'm learning through science. You're not alone, friend. We've all done that. That's why they added that wonderful feature to remove all the water from your base. I have done it many times. Look at this. This is why. See, I had taken the water out of here, but I put it back in. Whenever there's water in here, they come and just stand and stare at this thing. They will just stay there. Like sometimes all night. They won't even go to bed. They'll just stand and stare at this thing. It's weird, right? So I'm kind of like, maybe I should turn this into the altar instead of the flame over there, because they seem to be standing and worshiping it when there's water around it. I don't know. It's strange. I might have to do something different than that. I pretty much got the coffee shop finished over the holiday too. Might add a few more touches, but I think it's come along pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. Feels cozy. I got some unique little building things in here too that I'll highlight when I do the video. I added the basement that I had talked about for storage and grinding the beans underneath. And her house up here has come together pretty well. Another kitchen. I love doing kitchens. Coming up with unique designs for them all. And then her bedroom is upstairs. I'm not going to go up there because that has some like cool trickery stuff that I figured out that I'm going to show in the video. So you have to wait for the video to see that. Went nuts finding NPCs and had to build more living area. Yeah, my house felt so overcrowded. Yeah, I still have like pretty much the main NPCs live in my house and the other ones live out around the village in different places. But like I've had to add on apartments even. Like I added an apartment on the back at the top and I added a basement apartment for a couple of them, and they're taking up all the guest room beds. Or I think I have one guest room bed in there that's not taken up yet. But yeah, it's so many more houses to build. It's genius. I hope they keep giving us more NPCs so I have more houses to build. 20 total so far. How many do I have? One, two, three. I have 27. But it's cool too because even the ones that don't do anything, they're just filler for the town, they all have a story with them. And so like you can build off that story. Like, how did you lose your house? Oh, you got it back. What's her name? Marianne is the one that runs the coffee shop. Where's she at? Here, Marianne. She runs the coffee shop. And lives there. Hey! Well, she's actually Hannah's daughter. And Hannah runs the inn. So it's like, oh, well, she wanted me to go find her daughter. Her daughter should have something near her because, you know, they'd want to be near each other. So her mom has the cafe over there and she has the coffee shop here. It helps, I think, for me to come up with stories behind them. It helps in coming up with the decor and stuff too, rather than just building random shells, which is what I did with this. Getting back to it. I just wanted this building. I did have a little bit of story because I wanted Gabrielle to be the jailer. But, okay, so let's go ahead and start adding some more details to this and making it more lived in and full. So if this is going to be the check-in area, I have some general ideas, but I don't have all this planned out as usual. I'm wondering if I should do like a little check-in desk thing here. Thinking this could be like... Can you get through there? Yeah, you can. Barely. Don't hit your head. Wonder if I should put a door here. Probably should. Didn't know there were so many more. I'm gonna have to plan another inn. Helps create a lived-in vibe for your village too. Exactly. It's so much better now that they're like walking around and doing things. Hopefully they'll add more things that they do, but I mean, look, he's back out staring at the fountain again. I'm gonna turn that into a shrine. They're obsessed with it. Let me see, what kind of door would I have on that? Metal door, but that's kind of fancy, I think, for that building. I think it would be more rustic looking. Maybe the hidey hole. I wish we had the door that is in the game that actually has the see-through peekaboo thing, you know? Like is in my inn over there, but we can't build it. This is as close to it as we can get. It looks like it has a little thing you can open, but it's not actually open like that one that's in game. I tell you, wanting more props and the things that are in the game everywhere that we can't build is my strongest temptation to get a mod for this game. Especially all the clutter. All the wine bottles and just little stuff. It sorely tempts me to do it. What is this? Let's go ahead and put snapping on. See, that has the little thing that looks like you could open it and look out. So Sarah, have you started building yet? I might be joining y'all tonight, Sarah. Depends. I don't entirely know yet what my plans are, because I might have something going with my kid. But if not, and I have the energy, I might join y'all in Enshrouded to do that hollow haul tonight. Not yet. I have to do something with the top of this. Might be a good place to do some kind of sign or symbolism that this is the gel. I will be the one going. How do I do that? Yeah. I mean, we're all like that in the beginning. I look at my little cart glowing at night. Love the purple glow. I was doing some research on medieval villages and towns to get ideas. And one of the things that I saw was that the by far majority of people didn't have kitchens. That they bought their food and stuff from little carts and vendors around the town. And I was like, oh, genius. This gives me lots of excuses to make all kinds of little carts and stuff. Like this one, they said a common one was flatbreads. And I'm like, we have a flatbread. We need more breads, though. That's like the only bread we have in game, which is sad. I could do a prison fence type thing over the door. Would coordinate with that window style. I might use that for the windows and going up the tall tower too. So these, the prison fence. Ambiance is so important to a village build, it's true. And you can get such nice ambiance in Enshrouded. Pretty glowing, and the landscaping, everything that you can do to make it unique. The lighting is gorgeous. I have to take this door out to be able to put it there. FYI, Sarah, doors have a big hitbox around them that block things from going in, so sometimes you have to take them out to get things in. This one's to sit on the ground, so I'm gonna hit R right click to be able to put it on a wall. Goes with the prison aesthetic. Or jail. Maybe I should bring it a tad lower so I don't have that gap. Could just lower the stone. Hey, Monster Lord! It has been a long time. How are you? What have you been up to, friend? Good to see you. I like my little army of garden gnomes. That sounds funny. No worries, Sarah. I think I'm gonna bring this down. Pick up. Is that picking up the right thing? There's nothing else there, right? No. Let's bring this down and edge it. Roughly cut stone. Well, hey Monster Lord, thanks for being a member for 20 months. How cool is that? It must have been some time for me if I'm not even remembering having a membership here. That's funny. I think you wanted to get the special stuff on YouTube. That's funny. Have you been enshrouded lately, Monster Lord? It's built into the hillside at my base, like a little terracotta army. Aww. That sounds cute. There, and now if I put this on it, that kind of coordinates with those type windows that it has that we can't build. This door sunk in more this time. I don't think I want the door sunk in that much because this room is already so small and that makes it feel even smaller. I'm going to bring it out so I have more space inside. like that better. Need to put some lighting in here. Some called it a waste of materials, but it's honestly the best thing ever. It's not a waste of materials if you enjoy it. I mean, everything could be a waste of materials if it's anything more than functional, but that's the joy of building, isn't it? And creating our worlds. I think that it would be maybe metal lighting in there. It's attached to the jail, so it's not going to be like fancy lighting. It's more military grade. I think the just plain candle holder is maybe a little too simple for there. Let's go with the bronze. Torches. Silly little side project that took 5 times as long to build as the entire rest of my village. But you know, if it's something that you enjoy, one of those little just like heart projects, then it's worth it. See, it also has these unique walls in here, which is part of why I wanted to keep this beginning little build. Oh, apparently I do like that door for this because it's the same one that I put on the other side. Huh. I didn't even notice that. Alright, let's light things up. A bit. On the outside, could use the same one. I used the big iron ones for the walkway here with the arch. The outside over there, it needed something bigger. I haven't played Enshrouded at all, like ever. I am too immersed in Valheim, to be honest. Also, I had birthday yesterday, by the way. Now I'm 1 year older and still as dumb as ever. Aren't we all? Happy birthday, Monster Lord. Hope that you had a pleasant day. Did something special for yourself. Give yourself a cheers. Happy birthday, right? Welcome in, Acaviglia. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm sure. Okay, let's see. That looks okay. Kind of goes with the little overhang over the windows. So that's not bad. It's just my stupid 1994 YouTube account. It happens. I think I am going to see about using that prison fence design for the windows in the tall tower. I have them on this side. Do I have them on the other side? I can't tell. think that matches for a guard tower in jail. And it's similar to the ones in there that we can't build. Makes me sad. Get in there. Come on, get right. Nope. There. Whoops. Yeah, that's a good look. Sure had a quiet birthday, that's for certain. I like quiet birthdays myself. Relaxing. Oh, this one too. Okay, let's look at that from outside. What did I do for my birthday this year? I just went to dinner with the family. Yeah, that looks good. I like it. And it does match well with the kind that we can't build. They're similar style. Okay. It had this little floor rim in here already, but I think I'm gonna take it out. It adds detail, but the space is already so small. Maybe I'll leave that side. Take out the one behind the counter because we don't have a lot of room here. Let me stand on the counter. It's New Year's Eve. I can dance on the counter. Yeah, I'm gonna take that one out too. To pick this up first. And give it a little bit more room. That's good. Now there's space. I could sit like a little stool back there. Get her a book too for checking people in. Keep my books in the bookshop. Maybe get a couple books for when I build her office too. Wouldn't imagine there'd be a whole lot of books in the jail. Hello.
Hi.
He's looking for something to read. He's waiting for his house to be built. Happy New Year! Almost forgot about that, right? I said I was going to put a stool here and I didn't pick one up. Yep, see my Happy New Year outfit? I spent hours on it. Feeling all fancy. Not really. I just dyed it black and purple. Seemed like good New Year colors. I had never really messed with dyeing any of the clothes or anything until recently. Chisel turned his outfit Christmassy, and I was like, fine, I'll make a Christmas outfit. So I've been running around in my holiday PJs while I was building, and for my last Enshrouded building stream for the holidays. And I've become obsessed with dyeing stuff now. Seeing how they look and see if that is enough room to be able to sit down on it. Nope. Not that you have to be able to sit down on it. It could just be deco, but oh. Is it not going to give me enough room to sit back here? Let me get rid of that angle and see if that gives it enough room. No, it's not going to let me sit back here. Well, then I'll keep it at an angle. Can't sit on it anyway. Looks better being on an angle than straight. Okay, we'll add some more clutter in here, but let's look up here first. I'm gonna pick up her bed, and she'll be homeless again. She kept staring at me the other day because she didn't have a bed. I'm gonna build her a house. This is gonna be like her office for the jail. So we need to do just like a little desk. I don't like how this wall isn't fully double layered. Let's at least do the bottom. And then I'll make a shelf on the wall. Whoa, take off snapping. Couple shelves. I didn't want to take out the stone around that window because I didn't want to do anything that might accidentally make that window disappear. Excuse me. Let's see if I add one more to make it fully all the way across on top of the window. That's better. That's a straighter shelf across the top. We can decorate up there. Hi, Gaming Mimi. Welcome in. Good to see you. Monster Lore. Wish we had that option in Valheim. All we can change colors of are some of the capes and some of the shields, sadly. But who knows? Maybe we get together with Deep North. Never give up hope. Maybe. Oh, maybe we get that together with Deep North. Never give up hope. Fingers crossed. I mean, at least we're finally going to get steeper roofs, right? But yeah, some more customization options would be genius. Like, don't be stingy. Give us the stuff. Give us the freedom to do the things that we want to do.
Huh?
Building is a huge part of the game. Okay, we'll use a table for the desk in there. It'll be a crude table, right? A crude table makes sense because it's the jail. It wouldn't be fancy, but that is very gray, and the walls in there are gray, right? Maybe we could do a polished. Oh no, it doesn't. It's not the stone in there. It's the other one, so that'll be fine. And then we'll do regular wooden chairs. I don't know if there's room for 3. Let's see. They're still staring. Probably not room for 3. Just have her desk. Actually, put her desk up against the wall. She doesn't strike me as the kind of person that would spend a lot of time sitting at her desk, but just when she needs it. Put a chair here for... She's talking to people about them being in trouble. You want to go in the cage? I just say stained glass windows, right? Oh my gosh, that would be genius. Can you imagine all the cathedral? Did they have stained glass? I mean, Vikings may have stolen it because I'm pretty sure stained glass existed back then. They could have brought it over from England. New game looks fun. I love Enshrouded. And I really enjoyed building in it too. Waiting for Valheim's update also. But having it be a voxel-based world, there's so much more that you can do, actually. And being able to have things float. Let's get her some stuff for her desk. I mean, it really brings in the magical element of it. Being able to have things float. Like, right here is my alchemist shop. Right? This is the first level of the shop. Who's stuck in the... They're doing this lately. They just started this, getting stuck in the stairs and windows.
Hey.
I'll get you out of there in a minute. I need to fix that. And this is her workshop. The alchemist workshop. But, look, I put like floating candles. I have a floating cup that's pouring into the bowl. Like, it had such a magical feel to it, right? I love being able to do that kind of things. Or having floating books. Such a nice feel. You can make things feel more active and alive. Okay, who was that was stuck? It was you. She is staying at the inn. There you go. Because she doesn't have a house yet either. takes a long time to build houses for everybody. I mean, not that you have to, but hello, I'm building a village, so why wouldn't I? Chisel gave me a challenge yesterday to build a round circle, so a circle building and roof, so I'm gonna have to do that. I've been playing with it some. Hey, welcome to the channel, Demas Ferreira. Glad to have you here. Hi, darn right. I like your name. Darn right, and I game. That's funny. Hello. Monster Lord. Vikings also didn't have magic portals, yet we have them in Valheim, so why not have colored glass windows? I am right there with you. I agree. I mean, that's the reasoning that we use for everything, right? They didn't have magic wands and all that stuff either. Staffs and protection bubbles. All right. I'm gonna give her some basic stuff on her desk. Again, it's the jail, so I don't feel like there would be a lot of fancy stuff. We're gonna give her a waste paper basket in her office. Go ahead and give her something that she's drinking while she's working. Probably a coffee, right? They would have a coffee pot, or a little teapot at least, in the office at the jail. Oh, you watched Sizzle Chip's Rounded Roof? Cool. It turned out really good, didn't it? It's really pretty. I was inspired. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do it. Fine. When he came and did my roof on top of the seafood tavern, we were talking about different ways to do things like that. And like Harry Potter and stuff, and Hagrid's hut, and how much wall space is in there? It's mostly windows in there, right? I feel like I might have like a board with information and notes for the people that work there. Let me see how much wall space I have. There would be a few books in the office. I wish we could do paper. You know how like you can find papers laying around the world on the table? I want to be able to put down just like a piece of paper, not an entire book. It turned out great. Now I want to do one, but make it glow like a big mushroom. Ooh, that'll be fun and magical. I could put notices on that board, on that wall. I mean, not having a window there, but it's probably okay. Actually, I'm going to put the stacked books on her desk. put a little shelf in here. Let's give her a coffee to drink while she's working. Although if I was working in this show, I'd probably want a pina colada. Maybe I should give her one of those. I think a black coffee. Facing the right way? Yeah, that's good. She's gonna need a lamp on her desk. Go ahead and put a torch in here too. By the door. Okay, we need the board for notices. Yeah, I started playing just a very few minutes with some stuff around that idea of doing the round roof. Might try and find an easier way to do it. We'll see. I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work. But we'll see. I mean, I went back because I came in to that stream late, so I went back and watched the beginning to see how he got started and understand what he did. And so I understand how he did it. It makes sense and it looks amazing. But I have an idea of another possible way. I'm going to see if it'll work. I wanted a lamp for the desk. I don't have many of those little votive thingies. Let's go see if I have any over at the main house. Still need to take my snow people down. I got the tree down in the game. I don't have the tree down in my actual house yet. Here, this. Oh, although the simple candle might make sense. Well, no, I mean, it's her office. It's fine to have that. Scanning for ideas. Is this an existing town you are decorating, or is it all you're doing? Both. There was a build here, but I've modified and added onto it so much that it's pretty much unrecognizable from what it was originally. I'll show you. I need a shelf. Let's do this one so we have some color contrast from the desk. Give her a little rug at her desk too. So where I'm at is Woodguard. Well, that part over there is Woodguard. This part was, what was this called? It's underneath. Can't see the name anymore. Something Farm. So there was a house here. This house was here. But I didn't like the wood, so I replaced it brick by brick. And this was here. And these two were here. I just fixed them up. And I have more that I need to do to them, but I haven't gotten to that yet. And then I've extended the house as well. So, like when you come in here, my house is the flower shop. So I've turned this into a flower shop. And then there was a kitchen here, but I've completely redone the kitchen. And I extended this wall out. They always leave the pantry open. Close the doors. It's like living with my kid. I extended it out the back to add the dining room. So this is not what it was before. So there was something here. And then I added on the little greenhouse over here. I love my greenhouse. It's small and cozy. I love the vibe feel of it. And then all the main people live with me, so I have spaces for them. So like this is the alchemist desk, and I extended the building out here. This is the main alchemist work area because this is functional. This is like where I actually keep my storage for things. And downstairs there was just a rough little basement, and so part of this is still rough little basement, although I've made it functional and I actually do stuff down here. And then I added on this apartment underneath. This is where Barry and Cade live. As we kept getting more people, and then they needed beds to want to work, so we had to start having actual beds and places for them. See, he's studying this green stuff down here at his private desk because he doesn't like the collector. He thinks something's sus with this green stuff, so he's hiding that he's studying that. This is their bathroom. And then upstairs, I redid it. Oh, I still have a tree up here. So this is kind of my house. So I have a lot more to do, but my place always gets left to the end, right? That's the mom syndrome. This is the guest room, which used to be for people that come to play with me, but now it's for extra NPCs too. And my room is the worst. I like don't even have matching walls in here. It's horrible. I'll get to it someday. There's so much to do. So that was the farm bit. And then up there I have like yaks and stuff. Over there is my tree forest. Down there is the farm and the farmer's house. I looked at that a little bit earlier. And then if you walk this way, I left this mud in here because I'm forever in hopes that we'll get pigs and I'll be able to put pigs on the mud. And then this whole stream thing here was just filled with mud, and when we got water, I dug the whole thing out, made it watertight, and turned it into a stream. And I made my little bridge going across and added my waterfall here. Although they changed how the water works again. So I need to adjust it up there a little bit again. I'll get to that. Then I added this little house when people started needing beds. It's just like a, what is the word I'm thinking of? Not bed and breakfast, but like a hostel. Just where people can stay and have beds until I get them a house built. I added this little gazebo when we got the pink roses. Today I'm working on the tower that I added over the last couple days. And then all of this was empty. None of this was here. I built all this. It was just ruined sidewalk. Down at the end there was a huge cathedral that was in ruins, and I tore the entire thing down and started building Main Street. So all of these are different shops that different NPCs live in. Ramon used to run a newspaper stand, so he has a printing press and the bookshop, and they live upstairs of their shop. It's the alchemist shop. And this is the blacksmith's daughter actually runs this blacksmith shop. She lives upstairs. Oh, what are you doing over here? Are you visiting your friend? The couch. Oh, I missed. I don't know which couch. This is going to be the Fletcher. I haven't done that yet. This is Elio's hair salon. So this is all new, obviously. It's where you get your nails done. And then upstairs, hey, there you are. Hey, friend. Hi. This is his actual hair salon. Where he works. I came and saw him for the holidays, let my hair down. This is where you change to go into the sauna, which is in there to finish. Not that there's a whole lot to do. And then Elio lives upstairs. He doesn't have a kitchen because he doesn't cook. He buys things from the food stands and the inn, especially his tea that he loves so much. And he has an extension out in the back, so he can look around. He got fined for making his house too big, but he doesn't care. He's a bit of a prima donna. You probably have seen this part. The church cathedral thing that used to be here, at the top of it is where you get one of the building blocks. So most people have seen it. And then this over here, I just worked on this the last couple days. This was all shroud, but I thought that would have wasted space, and so I've turned it into ground. Added rubble wood ground, and I'm gonna build this out into a whole another section of the village. And then, oh, the coffee shop. Did I show you the coffee shop? This is the coffee shop. Oh, the river, yeah. Where it's just mud, normally. And then I'm gonna have a bunch of carts here. Hello, puppers. How are you? Such a good puppy. Thank you. So I have a fruit cart so far, and they're selling farm soil. And then this is the inn that Hannah runs. She has her little pond with fish. It's funny because she'll come and sit on the bench and watch the fish. And she has a little farm with some birds over there. This is where you check in at the inn. And then she has a little cafe that she runs to. Hi, Hannah. Good day. Because it goes right out to the square, and so people grab food and go out there. This is the lounge at the inn. And then there are rooms upstairs. I'll show you one of them. I think I planted that tree too close. What do you think? I didn't like that this room's view was just to the shroud, so now it's not. It's going to be at that new section that I built, which is nice. Yeah, we don't want a tree in the tub, though. Gonna have to move that. I love the oak trees, though. They're so big and pretty. Very big, coming through the wall. Having a tree near the house makes it feel alive. It's true. And this is the seafood tavern. This will probably, I don't know, this will probably be the first video. I haven't actually done any videos on this village yet, but I think I'm going to start doing them like one building at a time. Well, I know I am. And I'm going to like explain like the custom things that I did, how I did it, if I did something unique. Like here, this wall breaks the grid because I wanted the entrance to the tavern to go out into the main square. So I had to build this wall at an angle. This is Seafood Tavern and the bar and grill. Then I did a custom circular staircase going up to the second story. His office is over there, and we have some cheap rooms for drunks that can't afford the inn. Captain Melville lives up here. This is his place. I really like his kitchen. He's got some crab meat on ice. Kitchens are so fun to do. I love the stove too. It's one of my favorite things. It turned out good. This is his room. His bathroom. And then he decided that he wanted a roof garden that reminded him of home. And so he has a roof garden up here that kind of has a tropical feel to it. The sun deck. And that's the roof that Chisel came and did for me. Showed me how to do the tall pointy roofs, and we decided to use the field stone. Which is when we're like, this would be really great for like Hagrid's hut and those kind of builds. So, was it here before? Technically, yes. There was something here. Thank you very much. But it doesn't really look anything like what it used to. And I still have so many plans of things to do and add and incorporate. Did I get the right size for this wall? Yes, I did. Good. And what we're gonna do is shelf in here. Give her a rug. Not straight. Shelf might be too big. Will it fit? That looks pretty crammed, doesn't it? You know, let's just make sure we get to the side of the window. I mean, I guess little office spaces in jails and towers would be kind of crammed, wouldn't they? Oops, get down. Put that a bit at an angle as well. Pot. Good, good. And my first inclination is put some greenery up on that shelf. But I don't think there'd be a huge amount of greenery in this type of build. I think it would be more like weapons, probably. Shackles, shields. We could give her a flower on her desk or in the windowsill. I need to put window in this window. Why are you not letting me put it there? You will let me put it there? Oh, because I made that go out, I think. Okay, this is fine. We'll put it on this level. Looks taller that way, too. That's good. Jailer window. Need to put some notices on that board. Do things this way. I'll be glad when they revise how the signs work. Because right now, I use them very rarely for actual words. Because they don't integrate like Valheim does. It's very immersion busting in my opinion. So I think we need some weapon stands to go up there, and maybe some backlighting too. There's gonna be a lot of archers in here, so we should add a bow. Maybe a shield also. Grab some flat books to be notices on the board. What am I going to use for backlighting? Could just do a flickering candle look. Possibly. I don't know if there's enough room to do a glowy block hidden back there. Probably not. It would probably be quite noticeable. I'll look at the decorative yellow. It's a possibility. With the new lights, we have more colors and things to choose from too. Orange might be a possibility. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, you can see the light coming through the window. It's so pretty. Getting some to stand on. I like using the yellow luminescent block for my scaffolding. It gives me some light, but it's not too bright. Let's see if I was gonna put, well, let's see first if there's enough room, if I could put glowy lights up here. I'm gonna walk off this thing. What? Yes, I am. I think it would show up too much, so especially when you're coming in from this angle. Is that too fancy for a guard tower? Let's try it just with these first and do some backlighting. I'm gonna center this so it'll be more visible in that space on the wall. Although, I could do a background on this wall to give it a bit more distinction, visual interest than just being the same as the rest of the walls. What kind of bows do I have available? I mean, I have more than this, but this is what's in the magical chest right now. Hey, Odd Mistake. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you. That one's cool, but that's a unique one. That needs to be put in a special place. What about... I have it sideways. Don't fall. Don't fall. I'm really close to 10,000 subs. It's very exciting. I think I might hit it possibly by tomorrow. Where am I at right now? Go over there. I'm at 99.66. What is that? 34 more to do? Getting close. I'm getting close. I'm getting close. It would be very exciting. I will feel all special and everything. That's like an epic and gem. I should put the lower. That's the same kind, right? What the? What just happened? There. It's like it went in it and then came out. Probably not gonna do a sword. I don't know, I might. Definitely a shield though. Let's go see what other shields we could add. I have a bunch of the weapons in chests that are not magical. I haven't changed them all over. Well, some of them I specifically put in not magical chests because I don't want to accidentally put them in storage or in displays. The hero shield? Maybe. What you got? I feel like we could do something a little bit fancier. This one's cool. That one's probably too fancy. The brazen bull shield. That might be good. The soldier shield. I feel like one of these two. The more silvery look will stand out too. Let's do the brazen bull shield. Put that bow back in storage so it's not clogging up my inventory. Nope, don't hit your head. There. That's cool. And that coordinates with that bow too. Where'd that... Here it is. Let's see how the orange glow looks up here versus the candles in the background. Wow, that's a lot big. That's a lot big in this space. That's going to be too much. It's not a huge amount of room. Before I put those, think about the background for this. I'm thinking maybe a more solid wooden looking something rather than just the same old wall. I hope we get more pictures. Different sizes too would be genius. These would be too big. It's a relatively small space. I wonder if this would fit. The low paling fence. Let's see if that fits in the background. I'm not going to use that orange light up there. Fingers crossed. I think it will. Let's see how that looks. I don't think that'll be coming out the roof. I should have 2 levels of this roof. That's better than just being the same old, same old. Gives it a backdrop. Let's see if or how much that's sticking out. The double level roof, it's probably not. No. No sticking out. That's good. And, oh, seriously, get up there. Let's give it a little bit of backlighting. Just put some this end. Far end did I go? Right there. This end. Now if I take this out. That's good. That kind of highlights them up there. Not bad, not bad. Add some storage over here in the corner. Did I grab more of those? I did. Books. Put them on here. You know how they always have like notices and instructions? Make sure to sign your time card, follow safety protocols, those kind of things on billboards around. Is that sticking out? Do I need to move it back? I'm gonna make the side that is visible have the flat side of the book instead of the sticking up side of the book. Whoops. I wonder if I should sink it back into there a tad. So it's more just like the paper showing. That's good. Take a couple of those. Then I think we'll turn one sideways. This is... angle it forward a tad. More looks like the papers. There. That's good. I feel like there should be something fun on the poster board too. Excuse me, on the bulletin board. You know what? This is missing a row. That's more finished. What can I put in the corner of that? That would be more like a fun thing besides just a notice. We don't have any kids' drawings to throw up there. I'll have to think about that. I'm gonna find something different, maybe colorful. To include. And grab her a flower for her window while I think about it. It's a color that will pop up there. Purple. There's nothing purple up there. We might have an office plant too, but nothing fancy, just like a little grass in the office. I could just stick a picture on the bulletin board too. A snake. Beware the snake. Let's start with that. Well, let me put it in this windowsill. Be there. Yeah, it would be like out of the way. The drunk people knocking it over, right? Where'd my snake go? Here it is. Let's throw you up on the bulletin board too. That's a good start. Starting to feel kind of lived in. They need a goat picture, then put a sign that says missing. That would be funny. This top part up here too. I wonder if I did that on purpose because I was thinking about putting something there. I'm gonna finish it out. That's a good start, I think. Definitely better than it was empty with a bed thrown in here. Let's just get started on this haul. I was thinking about putting suits of armor, although maybe not armor because it's archers in the tower, maybe suits of archers here, or rows of shields. I could do suits of archers standing and shields or bows on the walls in between. Probably should integrate some flags too, like banners. I just threw this window in here. Do I really want that window, that size? I want to leave enough wall space that I can put stuff to decorate it. It could be like almost like museum type, you know how they have in hallways sometimes, like a suit there with like a little sign explaining what it is, with different archer sets. That might be interesting. Like displays. Do I want a window on this side? What does it look like on that side not having a window? I have so much scaffolding up everywhere still. I still fell off so many times. It's without a window. With the window. I did a generic window decoration on the outside too. I don't know if I'm going to leave it that way. I might change it. Make it more unique. I think I definitely like having the window on this side because this is more the overall view that you get at the side of the building coming in from the main road. I think it's probably okay not to have a window on this side. And that would give me more wall space inside to decorate that wall. So I have a little lip on the side. I could do archers. I could do the repetitive, like same archer look on each one of them, like they're standing in uniform. Or I could have different ones. I kind of like the idea of different ones if I'm gonna do it like with the plaques or signs showing like museum-ish. Type thing. Are there 5 different archer outfits? I'm sure there are. I don't wear archer outfits, so I don't tend to keep them around, but I probably have some pieces I could build off of. I have a bunch of armor just in chests too for people to choose from when they come. Let's see, we have the standard archer chest. Trousers. Marksman vest. See, there's a reason, Fowler. There's a reason to be a hoarder. Hawk. archer trousers. I already have that one. And then Fowler helmet, archer helmet, scout hood. That is also an archer. I'm out of room. Okay, let's go put these on and empty out some inventory. I should make sure that I have at least one of the fancy archer outfits in the hallway too. Like at the center spot maybe. Okay, that was the standard archer chest. Which one was it? This one? No, that's Fowler. This one. Archer helmet. You need pants, friend. You know what? I should do a backdrop on this too. Before I set all these up and then decide. I need to take them off to get room. What about this one? It's gonna take up the whole space, but I could blend it into the wall. Would I have enough room? Because that makes it look like it's a fancy display, right? Not just being the plain wall. Phase those together. Is that too busy? I think that's too busy. Might be able to use that in front, but then that's going to block the view too much. This wall is only one thick. I could use a similar board there as a backdrop. I don't think I really have a... Could I use a tapestry? Maybe? Is that too fancy? Although it is kind of museum-y looking, so a little fancy would be okay. Let's look at a tapestry versus the wooden board. I need a dump chest. I keep running out of room. See how these look.
Hello.
Nope, get behind. That's too big. Well, is it? Yeah. Some of them are not as big, right? That definitely has castle feel. I wonder if that's too fancy for the museum hall, even though it's a museum hall, but it's still a jail thing. I think this might be good as a backdrop. To tilt it. That definitely, like, gives it a background, but still goes with the style. I think that's good. Makes them stand out. Probably be solid on this side. Do the two ends first. So get it centered in the middle. Yeah, I like that. Highlights it, but doesn't look overkill fancy. Might need to scoop this out a tad now, though. At least this one. Get centered. Okay. This was the archer. Nope, still Fowler. I'll do the Fowler on this one. Do I have the Fowler chest? Is that this? Nope, that's Hawk. Marksman. I'm gonna have to make it. Put the marksman here. Hawk. Marksman. What was the other one I had? I have the Fowler trousers. Oh, I do have the archer trousers on me. trousers. Okay, so I have some more pieces I need to go make. I want to see what's like fancy top level one to have on that center mannequin. Hello, are you home? Hello. Some fancy armor. Fancy. Assassin. Well, we could do some of the Alpine one, although I'm missing. What am I missing? Enshrouded ice. Or the new ones. Yeah, let's do some of the new ones. It's so colorful. Oh, but that's the shorts. These are both shorts. We should do one of each of these from the different biomes, right? One of the snow ones and one of the island ones. Deadeye set. Those are cool looking pants. I'm not super crazy about a lot of the archer headpieces. It's just me. Let's do the skull stalker. I need to get some more, what is it? Water reptile leather. Okay. This will add some color in that hallway too. This on one of the center ones. That's cool. Yes. I didn't get the boots made right. No. That's cool. I need to get the extra pieces made. I'll do some lighting between. I could put bows over the top of them too. And then put some banners in here. Yeah, that's gonna come together nice. I like it. Well, friends, I think that's gonna be it for today, but we got a good start going. Got quite a few things beginning to come together. It's starting to feel a bit more lived in. And lots of fun plans of things worked out too. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you all very much. And there's a chance I'll be back in Enshrouded tonight with Bree Games and Sarah Thornton and Helga. So you can watch out for that. Kind of depends on what my plans ends up being. And I am going to be putting out videos on all the different buildings here and giving some tips on some of the unique and custom things that I have figured out how to do. And I am taking up Chisel Chip's challenge to me and going to be doing a round roof build, and I'm going to see if I can come up with a unique technique for doing that. We'll see if it works. So thanks for hanging out. Make sure to subscribe. Help me get to 10,000. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. And Happy New Year. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, happy gaming.